Hello, 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 and welcome everybody to another live stream for a very wet, dark, and rainy Suarez headquarters here in the Cotswolds in the United Kingdom. It's great to welcome you all here. We've got lots of things to do this evening. There's a giant bit of canvas behind me, something a little bit more unusual this week. I'm also going to explain, he said, without looking to where I'm pointing, about what's going on down here at this bad boy. We are also going to be live streaming for the very first time on TikTok this week, which we're very much looking forward to. We're going to introduce our friends over on that platform very, very shortly. But for now, we are going to run the intro. And we're back in the room. Welcome, everybody. Well, we've got, just before we cue in TikTok, and we're going to do lots of hellos and shout-outs, I would like to point two things out as well. You can watch this now if you really have to, with the sound down, or if you're visually impaired or have any hearing difficulties, because we should now have closed captions at the bottom of the screen, whichever the screen you're watching on.
Can I come on?
You can come on.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Let's see how it does with that.
It's funny, isn't he? Okay, right. We will have to see if it can. Be funny if it recommended The Sound of Music, wouldn't it? Anyway, right then. So that's ongoing.
The Sound of Music.
The Sound of Music. Oh no, it's Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, isn't it? That's
yeah.
I thought it was The Sound of Music. Sorry, I know it's Julie Andrews somewhere along the line.
Nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
We've also got the ticker. Can we get the ticker on this week as well, buddy? You'll see what I mean. You know, across the bottom of the screen. Although that's now probably, yeah. Here we go. That's the ticker on the bottom. There it is. Okay. So we've got lots of upgrades again this week. I'm going to pop our friends of TikTok live. 3, 2, 1. Let's get our running. And apparently now we are live on TikTok. Excellent. Well, you can find us tiktok.com/SuarezArt. Just go into the app, and if you really want to watch there, but of course you're watching on YouTube, which is awesome because you get 4 cameras. Anywho, if anyone's just dropped on, hello, welcome everybody. Right, are you ready to do some paintings? Because I am. Let's do a quick camera check and I'll explain what these 2 canvases are here for and what's going to happen tonight. Right, corner cam is all good. Okay. Oh, Age is just chatting in saying he needs to sign in, but that's fine. Yeah, okay, so I'll just have to keep an eye on things then, buddy. Don't worry about it. All good. Right, which camera are we going to go for? Okay, right, I am standing in front of it. Hello, right, that's working. Right, let's quickly do overhead then, mate. Right, here we are. Awesome. And Roam Cam. Hello, Roam Cam. Hello, TikTok. Don't worry, I'm coming over there in just a second. Right, Roam Cam, let's go. Roam Cam thus called, as you all know by now. By the way, if you were here last week or the week before, you'll know that we have had a time change here in the UK, so we are now plus 1 hour. So if you are catching this absolutely live, well done you. Let's see how many of our regular viewers turn up at 8:25 expecting to see the start of the broadcast. I don't know. Anywho, let's go and have a look. So down here, we have got one of the aluminium tables, and you can see there I've just propped it up on a couple of A-frames, or the horses as we like to call them, and we've got that at a rough kind of 45 degree angle, something like that. It's probably less. And we have stretched over with some duct tape a matte black canvas. Now, unusually, this black canvas has got 2 coats of paint on it, not just one. Let's just show you here. And we did that because we wanted to see what the effect of 2 coats is going to look like. Now, I was doing this earlier on. You can just see a few patches where that is actually drying. So it's going to be quite fun as we get the paint on here this evening. We're going to go from the top And we're going to be drizzling paint down. Yep, this is 100% live, I can assure you. I'm going to put our TikTok friends there. So we're not Instagram streaming tonight. We are TikTok streaming. Let's come around this side. So the plan, everybody, is to get the paint, and then we're going to create a series of movements this way. I'm not quite sure really until we get going how then I'm going to make them go. You just have to wait and see. Anyway, I've got it all in my head. Don't ask me to explain it. We're going to be doing some nice colours. So we're going to start with this kind of colour palette. TikTok, I know we'll show you all that in just a minute. Don't worry. If you are new here, thank you very much for joining us. We do this every Wednesday. And this here, would you know, has been base coated and is now getting ready to be painted on. Well, I don't know if I can actually tell you. Maybe you just have to keep your eyes on the channel. That's all I'm saying. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the big red button. If you're not already following us, I can't even get my words out, then please make sure you do. But that is going to be featuring very heavily very soon. It's going to be very exciting, and we might be debuting a brand new piece of equipment, but I didn't tell you that. All right, so you'll have to keep tuned. Keep in the loop, so to speak. Right, buddy, which corner cam? Right, so are we ready to do a little bit of painting? I think perhaps we should. Let's do a few shout outs. Remember, folks, whichever platform you're on, please, very important this, try and ask as many questions as you can. We will try and get round to answering. There's a lot of chat going on, which is amazing. You guys are awesome, but we will try and answer as many questions live as we possibly can. So use the chat facility and we'll try our very best to do that. TikTok, I'm monitoring what's going on in there, so I'm going to be running back to and from the phone as quickly as possible, so do bear with me if I don't get round to your chat. Over on YouTube, who was first through the door this evening? Was it Zane Taylor? Who I remember? No. Was it? Was it Summer and Spanky? Hello, Summer and Spanky, and we've got Zane Taylor. Henry Dehaan is here. And we've got Mara and V and Denise and Christina. Nice to see you again, Christina. And we've got Eleanor and we've got Denise and Lavinia. Hello. We've got Lee Archer and Paul Hill, loving the work. Well, thank you for being here, Paul. Annette says hi, as well does Zach. And Rita from New York, and Tamiko might be asleep at her desk. Excellent. Cameron is also here. Karimi. And nice suit. Is it star suit clothes wearing? Don't know what that means, but I'm sure you'll let me know. Right, is that caught everybody up? I think perhaps it has, hasn't it? Eleanor, Pisco Beach, USA. What's the weather like then, Eleanor? Let us know. Annie says hello, and Attila. Hey, everybody. Nice to see you. Yeah, let us know what the weather is. It's terrible here. I mean, it's horrendous. It's literally like, well, I don't know what you'd call it.
Monsoon season in England.
Yeah.
Which is dull and grey, which is about 98% of the time.
So a big hello to AD, who is out pressing all the buttons in control.
It's me. Hello. Oh, hello there.
Okay. Right, okay, let's get some colours on then. That's Franco Folio. And we got Painting with Reset Can from Ireland. Hello, Franco from South Africa. Lucia M. Yeah, it has been ages, hasn't it, Zach? Well, good to see you here. Right, okay.
Where have you been, Zach?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Right, folks, are we ready? Shall we do it, mate? Should we get some colours on? Should we just do it?
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
for his breath holding time. Let's just get one decent line on to start with. Trying to really moderate the flow here. I'm trying to talk and hold steady at the same time. It's very difficult to multitask. Oh, Zach, we're really sorry to hear that. Really hope that you are better now, but you know, so it's very, very good to see you back here, mate. Honestly, seriously. So thank you for being honest and for sharing that with us. So yeah, we appreciate that, and we appreciate you being here. And Funny Fox has just joined us, just getting a certain little fox out of the bath, and then will join us. Fantastic. Oh, right, okay, let's get another one over here. Now, Maria, we're just going to do a little bit of translation for you. Hola from Argentina, Maria. We are very well. Uno estente. I don't know what that means, but it should be something like, yeah, not too bad, thanks very much. Now, for our viewers on TikTok, let me explain one or two things. I'm wearing a breathing mask because the paints I use are enamel paints, and they are very, very toxic in their natural state, and prolonged exposure to these is not a good thing, so I have to take precautions with my breathing, hence why I wear a portable battery operated respirator. This one is manufactured by 3M, their VersaFlow series, and it takes air from outside and filters it and gives me a supply of clean air over my face in a positive pressure environment, and that prevents the toxic vapors from ingressing into the helmet. So that's the basics. That is the reasons why we're going nice and steady to begin with. If things don't work out, now we have got some going to the bottom, this is good. If you've ever seen any of these before, you will know that I tend to rush these things, and then it all sort of gets really gloopy up here and big and wide, and then it very rarely gets to the end. However, I'm in that I want to do something quite elegant sort of phase, and I've never, I don't think, done this on a dark background like this, on a black background, and I've never done it on a matte black background either. So as with so many things here, there we go, that's a good one. We are trying to break new ground every single time, well, for us anyway, we do a live stream. That's the principles we work on, and today is no exception. So not only has the stream got simultaneous translated closed captions in English, but we've also never done a matte black canvas with lines and one that's on a tilt before. Hey, you know, you got to keep these things fresh, haven't you? Right, okay, we're going with a nice pink now, so let's yeah, we'll go this side, buddy, so your right hand side. Daisy L87, it has been a long time. Hello, Daisy, very nice to see you here. Tiller, apparently I'm the Darth Vader of painters with the mask on. Well, thank you. I think my colleague might even have to do a small impression, if he so feels, because he does do a very good James Earl Jones, I can assure you. Many a time we've had quite a laugh at him doing a Darth Vader impression.
No, I'm going to try something else, so give me a second. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'm going to go back to corner camera.
So there's Darth Vader. Look, we've even queued that up for you, Attila. Okay. Right, okay. So far so good. We're just getting the early lines on. Let's bring our friends over here a little bit. Lots of you joining over there now. Ooh, is that Casey? Hello, Casey. Just come and joined us. So we are just doing some gentle. Sorry, wrong cam. There we go. Let's do it there because I'm going to work hopefully over on that bit there where you can see me doing it. Now, let's go for a drop of blue next. Okay. And I'm tempted now to sort of keep the colour palette fairly modest and fairly simple. But you know what I'm like. I always end up doing something completely different. So I think we'll go here right through the centre. Now, of course, I can't flip this round today. So I'm working in one direction only. We were trying a lot of different methods of paint application earlier on with plumbing tubes. So we will bring you something at some point, but we need to be redesigning an application method to be able to make that work. So we are working on a slightly different method of line application. The enamel paints work in completely different ways to acrylics, so it's not like you can do what every other artist does quite simply, because you just can't. So we're very, very aware of that. That's nice, just a nice blue one going down. Who knows what we're going to do with this, but let's just get them on. Art Vader. Oh, Paul, that's funny. Hey, Paul's on it tonight. I like it. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, the blue is good, isn't it? Okay. Difficulty here is judging flow rates and how much to put on. Not just from my hands going in, but also, you know, all manner of other kind of things. Let's get on with a metallic purple. We're going to get a viola on here as well. Love the viola. The viola is our own colour. Nice. It's only made for us here, nobody else. If I could just find my jibber jabber to open up the tin, that's going to make life an awful lot easier. So that's metallic, is it? What's this one then? Right, let's go viola first. So let's do that. That's looking good. All about in these early stages building this colour up. Now I want you to think about what colour's going to go on next, because after these two, what do we do? Do we go for an orange? Do we go for a red? Red's kind of crying out to me, actually. What do you think? Should I be going for red? Let me know in the comments. Let's go for purple here. Now this one, I'll let you into a bit of a secret now. So the ones I've been using thus far, oh, this is tense, have been slightly thinned. Now we're on the thick stuff, straight out of the can. I'm trying not to force this at the top of the pour. Yes, I know. Right, so how far is this gonna go? Let's see if we can speed that up a bit. Right, that one's on there. Let's pop that on the side. Let's see. This might not get very far. This might all go right. Let's get one down here. Now this is a bit thinner, so let's see about this one. There we go. That should be all right. Trying to keep this as consistent as I can at the top. Let it flow down. Oh, that one's not going to get very far, is it? We might be attacking this with a drop of thinners. Yeah, AJ just saying maybe because they're metallics. Let's go down the line, look. Let's go down. Oh, yeah, let's push that out a bit. That's interesting. They don't have to be the same dimension, do they? Right, let's see where that one takes us. Now, what's going to be... Yeah, definitely this one. This isn't going anywhere, is it? Let's see if I can put some more in there. Now, I forgot what I was going to say. It's really annoying, isn't it? I had something profound to say and now I can't remember what it was. There's a little bulge, it's okay. We can deal with the bulges. Oh, tense moments. Come on, you can do it. Right, we will let those sort themselves out. Let's get some more colours on. Oh, right. So what do we reckon next then, folks? I've got a drop of black here, actually, which might be quite interesting. What about some gold? Yeah, what are we thinking out in the chat? What are we thinking? Well, lots of colours coming out now. So I think, right, as we put this black one on, that's quite nice. Ooh, yeah, there it goes. Now, this is gloss black. Thank you for your suggestions, by the way. So we should see this on the mat quite well. And we'll do one on the side as well. Now, things will start to develop. Don't just think, oh my goodness me, is that it? Is that it for an hour, is it? Oh no. No, these are the early lines, folks. We need to get the early lines on. Right, okay. We had some gold, didn't we? We had a suggestion of gold and we had a suggestion of red. So let's get some gold and red on, because those are going to look really nice. Right, so folks, are you enjoying this? I hope you are. I don't know how, 49 of you watching right now, 21 likes. So as Tomiko said, let's hit that thumbs up button if you would please, folks. And it just says that you're enjoying the broadcast, and why wouldn't you be? Because of course we're painting here on a Wednesday evening, and it might just send that ping out to somebody else who really also might enjoy it. So your thumbs up would be very much appreciated, guys. Thank you very much indeed. That goes for you too as well, my friends on TikTok. We're going in with the red next, so we're going in with that one, and we're going in with the gold. Now I think we should absolutely just do it, mate, right from the tin. What do you reckon? 2 at a time. Who reckons I can do?
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
Right. Okay. No, 1 at a time, obviously. I'm not that good.
What?
Nice. Now.
Nice.
Depending on how I get on with these, might depend on whether I put anything over the top, any thinners, any special sauce. We don't know. I'm doing this deliberately because I want it to mix with the black look. Let's get these interfering with each other just a little bit. Okay, I know that's going to send the OCD lovers amongst you crazy, but it's fine. Trust me, I have a plan. always got to have a plan. All right, okay. Just give me a second. Oof, okay, right. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Well, interesting things going on now with the gold, isn't it? That's kind of wandered off and done its own thing, which is no problem. So we're going to give that a little tease. So I'm going to pull out one of my tongue depressors. Let's see if we can tease that down, because this is probably going to be a candidate for getting mixed. Sorry to stick my derriere in the air, but it's the only way of dealing with that. Right, I think we'll pump up the thinners in readiness before we start. So I like the red. The red is nice. It's going very, very slowly, but that's okay. That is okay. Because in a second, I might go completely ballistic and just throw paint on it. Let's see how far down I can get. Okay, right, okay, that's a little bit more of that. Right, we'll stick the last of the pink on, and I'm going to drop that just here. Right, let's see how far down the pink goes. Right, so we had some yellow, didn't we? Now, that's the big question. Do I put any yellow in? If I do, sorry, I need... TikTok. I need to think about which yellow I'm going to put in, so let's have a go with that. Melon! Let's get some melon in. Can I hear some yays for melon yellow? Oh, yeah. All the yellow lovers out there, and that's been mentioned once or twice. So let's go, definitely one here and one there. And then I might give it a spray. Let's see. Shall we run a poll, buddy? Spray. Shall we spray it? That's the question. A yes or a no? Yep, spray with thinners, mate. So we're just going to run a little poll over there on YouTube. See if we should add some thinners to it. The big bold yellow line. Let's get another one of those down here. Right, okay, so look, the red's still got his leisurely journey down to the bottom. The yellow's looking pretty nice. Now I did come sort of this way with the yellow, didn't I? I've let that one sort of figure itself out, but that's deliberate because I want to give that a little squirt in a minute with the thinners and see what happens. You know, lines are your friends, but obviously with these paints it can get very, very tricky. They don't react like ordinary acrylic paints at all in any way. They simply don't. They're just I'll just change my gloves. They're an absolute nightmare. They've got a complete law unto themselves. That's what they are. Let's give you a little look at where that's what's happened to the gold and the black, which is quite interesting. So let's, in terms of TikTok, let's just move you guys over there, because we are going to start running some paint down in just a second, and I want to be able to. Right, okay, let's pop some thinners on. Now, if all this goes completely south of the border, then do not worry. Right. Okay, let's get some fresh gloves on. Let's give you a little look on Rome Camp as to where we are, and then I'll give TikTok a little look as well. Okay, so things starting to come down. Look, that's before thinners. Okay, remember that. Just a series of lines at the moment. We've put a few drips at the bottom, which is great. Yeah. So now we're going to attack this. Let's have a proper look at the glass. There it is on the floor. Look, nicely and gently just dripping away there. Lovely. And then it's starting to, it's still moving, look, like some magma. Look at that. Nice. Yes, multicolored lava land, Henry. That's a great suggestion. Right, okay, so nice things happening there, look. That gold interfering with itself, so to speak. So we've still got the drips coming down. Okay, that's fine. But now I'm going to attack this with some thinners. And I think it's all going to get a little bit real all of a sudden. I've no idea what's going to happen. I'm going to go in with the sprayer to start with. Are we ready, buddy? So what's our result in the poll then? How many said yes? 76% say yes. Right, okay. Well, let's get on with the thinners then. Now, there we go. I don't know what's going to happen to the background because the black was quite fresh earlier. But let's start to give it a spray. And it's going to look very glossy for a minute. We're going to try. I don't know what's. I literally do not know if anything is going to happen. All right, but we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to let that start to let that do its work. Oh, the gold's on its way. Can you see it? Gold's moving. Right, I need to get the white out. Let's get the white while that's moving. Okay, this is good. This is good. Let's find that. Oh, it's a brand new white. Okay. Let's get that out. Now I expect all of this to start forking, you know, going out into where it starts to split. That's okay. It is okay. Right. So, where I would normally tilt these and do them in the other direction, I haven't got that luxury. So now this is going to be interesting. Okay, let's go for a white here. We'll start speeding things up a little bit now. Just see how we get on. Denise saying about lime green. Well, let's see how we get on. We might put a lime greening there, Denise. Jurgen, am I doing this in space? I wish. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it, if I was? I think the paint might be going everywhere. It's needed so that I don't die, basically. That's why I have to have my breathing gear on.
Hi, Jurgen. It's Adrian. Yes, they're enamel paints, and they're very toxic when they're liquid. When they're dry, they're perfectly inert, but when they're liquid, they give off a lot of vapors. So Ed has to wear a breathing apparatus. Otherwise, I'd have to go in there and drag him out by his arms.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Right, okay, so we are going to start and move some of these. Let me go in at this direction. Right, let's see what we got. I'm just feeling out now to see what I've got in terms of how liquid the paint is. Right, okay. Let's see if we can move that a bit more. We're going in with some more thinners now, but we're going in a different vessel. I'm going to put some in a cup. Let's give this a wallop. Let's see what we can create. If I'm a bit silent for a while, do not panic. But this is the bit you don't want to miss. Are we ready? Oh, why can't I hear? Maybe is my battery gone? Let me just. Oh no, he's back. He's back. Yeah. Okay. Right, buddy. You okay? Which cameras have got me? Yeah, I'll start this side, dude, and work this way. Yeah. Right. Let's give that a go. Yeah, okay, mate, that's fine. You're just chatting to me about an idea we've just had. Let's see how we get on. See, the red still hasn't got all the way down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to entice this down. Let's come on, red. Let's get you down here. Right. So good. Let's have a think. So gold's doing all right. Need to get more of that on, obviously. Yellow's doing okay. Let's get fierce with this now. Let's start doing stuff. Yeah. Now, guys, just while I've got your attention for a moment, while I'm starting to go a bit avant-garde with this, two things I need to mention. First of all, and I don't ever do this, but I'm raising, well, I don't ever mention, but I'm raising some money for an autism charity. And I haven't popped a link in the chat. If I can ask Adi to post it again, I'm going to pop a link out into the chat. I'm walking 80,000 steps, which is even not that impressive, but it is because I've got a really poorly left leg. So in aid of a fantastic charity. So if anybody would, even though I know times are very tough, like to make any donation, you can do so through that page. It would be amazing, just to try and help kids and families across Britain cope a little bit better. Every buck, any one of your dollar bucks makes a difference. So if you are able to do that, folks, you'd be very, very, very appreciative. Thank you. Excuse me for walking in front of the cameras. I just realised I need mint and I need lime green. So I think it was Denise who said lime green. Can't remember. We're attacking this a little bit now. Let's mix things up a little bit. Adi was actually saying in my ear that we might actually turn the table round, which would be particularly good. But let's just see how we get on, because that's a bit of a task, even by our standards. Right, so, okay, bright orange you're also saying. Right, okay. All good so far. I'm going to pop, while Adi's just doing that, I'm going to pop some lime on, and I think we're definitely a candidate for lime over here, so let's have a go with that. Thank you, buddy. Right, so we've now got a link in the description. Thank you very much, mate, for putting that in. Now, interesting. Very interesting, Mr. Bond. What is going on? Okay, so lime's going on. Great call, the lime. Feeling more confident now. We've also got some thinners on as well. What we're finding out now is, in particular with the matte black canvas, it's kind of holding on to the paint a bit more, which is great when you want the paint to hold its shape, not so good when you want it to flow. But this is a learning curve, folks. You know, we are learning as we go along, and I have to do that. This is, you know, by now, having seen these, that the live streams are a lot of the time experimental, and we're not afraid to carry out those experiments in front of everybody. It's how we grow, it's how we learn. Actually really like those tendrils as they come off. Right, let's get that refilled. Starting to build some momentum now, hopefully. Paula Talesian has joined. Mrs. BetterThanCheese.com. Give you a little plug. Paula has a great website. I don't tend to endorse many people, but this lady you should all know, who's also one of our patrons, we'll talk about that in a second, really knows her onions and has been helping visual artists for a long time now become better at what they're doing, reach their audience, grow their businesses, and I'm sure she won't mind me giving her a shout out. I don't gain from that, but she's a great mentor to a great many people. So if you are a creative person looking for the next step, then by all means go and check her out on all platforms, I think, and also at betterthancheese.com. Who was that, buddy? Angel is inspired. Well, thank you, Angel. Look, suddenly we're starting to get a painting now, aren't we? What essentially was just a few lines, not really doing anything. Now suddenly we're starting to get a little bit of drama, a little bit of intrigue going on. This is definitely one that looks like it's rain falling, isn't it? And all I'm using here is a stirrer. It's actually a resin stirrer with some holes in it. It's just essentially a giant piece of plastic, and that's giving me some quite interesting dabs, especially as I, dab towards the center. Look now. See, look, I'm just getting those little spats as I do this. Ready? Which I quite like. It's giving me a little bit of impact. The impact of that, as you can see, dude, yeah, because you're on the right, is here. Look at that where I've introduced some little dabs of other colours in. Look, and suddenly, yeah, that's I'm figuring that out now. That's looking pretty nice. The gold tends to emulsify a little bit, which it has, because it's from a different manufacturer, which is fine. Definitely need to get some more teal on, but so far we have actually got ourselves some personality, which is really nice. Right, okay, so we had a lot of purple, but the purple's doing okay. Blue, yeah, I'm feeling the blue. The blue's fine. I'm just not sure it needs any orange. I've got to be honest. I know a few of you have suggested orange, but to me, it's not asking for orange. Now then, with that all flowing really nicely, I'm going to top up on the thinners. And then ADI will soon be making a call on whether we turn this and then send them back the other way, which could be quite entertaining, couldn't it? Right, okay, so lime's doing the biz. Lime is okay. Where do we need to send? I'm just talking this through my head. Alan Hillier, hello Alan, good to hear from you. Yes, the gold is reacting. This is reacting to the paint that's underneath, because the base coat had a second coat put on it. You can follow this at about 5 o'clock, which means it wasn't cured. So I did kind of anticipate we might get a little bit of texture, but that's good because it gives us a nice crinkled texture effect. I'm not averse to that kind of thing. I'm painting now with a cup of thinners. Where do you see that on the internet? Where do you see any of this online anywhere? I guarantee you don't. No one's mad enough to do it. So, oh, okay, that's a good one. Only here. I'm feeling like we might be getting into special sauce territory now. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, he introduces the concept of special sauce. In here is which camera are we on, buddy? Yeah. There's a series of 4 chemicals. They're only designed to work with the enamel paint, so even if I were to tell you what was inside them, it wouldn't make any difference because you wouldn't be able to use them. And I'm tempted to start and to use that, but we'll have to put that out to the populist vote as to whether we should use special sauce. So you can tell me in the comments. It does have some very interesting effects, I'll tell you that. And if you've not seen it before, you kind of do have to see it to believe it. But what I don't want to do right now is compromise the integrity of what we've got, which is an important thing. Now there are a couple of places I need to do a bit of teasing, a bit of paint teasing. So, AD is now starting a poll, special sauce or no special sauce. So, you want to see that being used, let me know in the poll. Right, so what I'm going to do now is give you a look at the bottom of it. Because things are really starting to shape up now. Let's go on roam cam to the bottom of it. Right, so this is what's coming off on the bottom, look. It's all dripping down, capturing it. All these organic shapes. It's just Mother Nature doing that. Isn't that marvellous? All dripping off the edge. Nice to see the tape is still holding. Normally when the tape... Oh, that one's come up. Normally when the paint hits the tape, it completely just swallows it up and disintegrates it. And especially where we've got, look, the gold, lots of things happening. We're all starting, still moving, isn't that nice? And then let's have a look what Alan said about the paint having a reaction at the top. Let's see if I can show you that. We got that. There's your mountains and valleys, folks. Nice. Now, I might just grab a small tool Let's see if I can just, as you can see, slightly got off. Let's see if I can straighten that out. Rest of them looking nice. Now you can see because of the second coat of matte black that was put on here has pulled itself in to some of the other colours, and I was kind of hoping for that because it's bringing the background into the foreground without me having to introduce the matte black. We have got the gloss black in places. It's very subtly used. This is shaping up quite nice, actually. I'm really... Oh, we've actually got the red towards the bottom now. It only took 25 minutes to get there. Okay. Cool. Let's get some gloves on. Down. Okay, right. Let's end the poll then, buddy. Let's see if everybody wants the special sauce. 75% say yes. So Paula says, I live for special sauce and taking risks in painting. Right, okay, well, we love to take risks here. Rita's on about silver, yeah, possibly. Jürgen Schmidt, hello, Jürgen. That's like 2 paintings in one go. Yes, I know what you mean, Jürgen. Funny Fox has got to go. Yeah, have a good week. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. And Denise likes what's coming off it. Yeah, I thought you might. Rita, we love special sauce. And we likes the cracking effect. Jackie Bouvet, hello, Jackie. Why does the gold wrinkle? Metallic reaction? No, yeah, it's just the solvents. It's 2 different solvers from 2 different manufacturers. Because the gold is manufactured separately to all the other paints by a different company, they use a slightly different solvent. And when the one underneath hasn't evaporated, the one over the top doesn't let it go through. It's as simple as that, really. And it causes a reaction. So the molecules change, and it's kind of going mad and crazy to try and break through. So it tends to form all these clumps and lumps underneath, which is quite a cool effect. Thank you for asking, actually, Jackie. Hi, bro, says Karami. Hello. And what else have we got? Alan's given us a thumbs up, which is excellent. Mongolian mint. Yeah, okay, got it. Oh dear, right, what else we got? Paul appreciates the shout out. Well, that's fine. You know, we've got a shout out. We've got to give you a shout out, haven't we? You help people. That's the thing, isn't it? We've all got to help each other a little bit in this world. So I'm going to go in now with, just before I go special sauce, you'll be very pleased to know, folks, we are going to do the special sauce. That's what's being captured on the bottom, look, which is looking pretty awesome. I just love that. Love the fact that we're also capturing paint at the bottom as well. Actually, what we've got now as a painting is shaping up to be quite interesting, which I hadn't at first anticipated, but you know, this is the way we go. This is what we do. I think we'll keep it as is, buddy. Yeah. So AD just means checking, fact checking. Do we want to move it back the other way? That would be an interesting poll to run, wouldn't it? Do we move it back the other way? But I'm actually liking it as is, because I think if that were me, that's the way I'd be. That's probably the way I'd be having it. Which looks quite interesting. The only one thing I might do just for a special sauce it, guys, is just to see if I could maybe just get a drop more blue on here and there. That's the one thing. Oh, Jason's saying dark emerald green. That's interesting. Very interesting, Jason. Yeah, I'll tell you what, while I stick some Suarez blue on, do I go dark blue or light blue? It's such a tricky one, isn't it? Let's go one light blue and we'll go one dark blue. Yeah, Jason, I might... yeah, well, that's the cat amongst the pigeons, isn't it? I could very well do that, couldn't I? Yeah, emerald green. Who would have thought it, eh? Emerald green. Right, the blue's definitely better there. We're going to do one the other side as well and give it a little skadoosh. And then you'll be able to see, because honestly, when the special sauce goes on, things are going to get absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, I guarantee it. So, let's get, so now we're on the all camera shot. There you go, one of my favorites. Let's get this over here. It's actually called Boston Metallic Blue. You don't ask me why. Someone's going to ask me why now, aren't they? Now, let's get that one up there. This blue's looking good down here. I still think we need another one, don't we? We need another one. So let's just get the lid on that. We definitely need a lighter blue. We can do that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Alan, we've thank you for the observation. Yeah, we have a turntable, but we just wanted to try something a bit different this week. We'll probably have that within the next sort of, I don't know, maybe next time, the time after. We should have a look through some of the videos. Certainly, I think the last 3 or 4 weeks we did a pan tilt painting. So you can go and have a look actually what the pan tilt machine looks like and what it does. Unique to us here. I think it's a pretty awesome bit of kit. And then I'm always biased to these things. It is pretty awesome actually. Right, yeah, but good suggestion, Alan. Well, Paula, thanks very much. She's loving the painting. Snowing where you are, crikey. Yeah, so Paula, you're very correct in what you say. Yeah, we've never done stripes on a black background before. So yeah, this is definitely a first, and we've never done it on a matte black background either. So it is definitely something of a novelty for us. Wanted to try it because we've never done it before. We're loving it so far. Ticking my boxes. Things are happening all over the place, which is nice. Just trying to get everything compositionally correct. I'm going to pop some mint on here. So Adie's just going to pop on the chat for a moment while I do that.
So you might notice it looks quite shiny from the overhead when Ed's out the way, obviously. But it looks quite shiny all over. But that's where Ed's sprayed the thinners on. Now when that dries out, what will happen is we should theoretically have gloss paints on top, the stripes, with matte black underneath. That's hopefully what it should do.
Right, so sure, yeah, I was just saying, yeah, looking shiny on the screen. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back to what Jason said about the emerald green. I'm kind of feeling that now. So we're going to go more Piaggio green, which is the Italian scooter manufacturer. And we're going to go emerald. So let's go Piaggio first. See how lines already look, they've become a little bit, well, they're fine, they're nice, but there's just not enough of it. So let's introduce one up here. Yeah, Franco, thanks for your observation. We have done that before actually by pre-base coating a canvas which catches it, the one down the bottom, but not on this occasion. We just ran out of time this week. Otherwise I could have painted one and captured it, because it does look pretty amazing down there, doesn't it? We'll have a look at that in just a second. Want to just reference back to what Jason said. We're going in with this is an emerald, but it's I don't remember what kind of green you said, but we're certainly going in with a darker one. Darker green next to the gold. Okay, cool beans. Right, so that's all good so far. Lots of colour going on. Quite happy to leave that drop of pistachio up here to mix with the blue. This was the darker blue. Let's give it a helping hand. Sandy's late, but here, well, you know the rule, Sandy, back of the class. That's it, you're in detention now for being late. Great to see you, Sandy. You know we're only joking. Right, so I quite like these thin lines as well. They're nice, aren't they? You know, you've got to have a bit of subtlety here and there. And I still want the black base coat to come out, because that is part of the principle of this, is keeping that as a consistency. So I'm going to get my jibber jabber. Did you say all cameras, buddy? Yeah, that's fine. I'll stay here then. Yeah. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to tease a little bit of this in places just before we get the special sauce on. So I might go quiet for a moment. Yeah, raspberry, Rita. That's a good suggestion. I was thinking something like that. I like my single red, but yeah, it could definitely be raspberry. Bizarrely, I was actually thinking along those lines. You can tell you're an artist, can't you? You think, Right, okay. Sweet. Okay, I'm liking that. Runoff of the gold is fine. Am I getting the emerald coming down? Let's treat that in a manner that it needs. Needs a bit of coaxing. We've got the fingers in now, haven't we? Time for Art has joined us. Hello, Geraldine. Very good to see you. Definitely want to go for some more gold over here. So we're almost ready. We're almost ready for the special sauce moment. Not quite. Not quite. But we're getting there. Is it so? A time for Art, Geraldine. Is it because of the time delay, the time difference? Because we've gone to British summertime now over here. Did you think we were our normal time? Because we have advanced an hour over here in the UK. Just curious, because we did jest right at the very start how many would join at about 8:30. what's the time now, mate? 8:28. So how many are going to pop online now, expecting us to be starting the broadcast? That's the fun bit, isn't it? Right, some more gold going on now. We did mention it last week, mate. You're right. Okay, so all good so far. All good. We're getting ourselves a nice painting going on. I think this is definitely finding its rhythm now. This is all about celebrating the colour. We're going to reintroduce just a little drop of thinners at the top. Almost looking like kind of like weird spectrum, you know, kind of disappearing in places, but I like that. Thank you, Paula. Paula likes the single red line. Now, I'll give you a look on Roam Cam in a moment, but just got to do a little bit of my own tidying up. This gives me a unique kind of perspective because I can get right into it and have a look and see what's going on. And because of the amount of thinners on it, of course, things are still going to keep moving, which is great. Very interesting, this in places. This is going to be cool to see how this is going to dry. Okay, right, I think we're done on the paint. I think now then we need to go special sauce. Oh my goodness me, this is where it all goes horrible now. Right, let's just give you a look over on TikTok. So this is where we're at now. Look, folks, things still moving there. You can see the gold. If I try and keep this still, just moving down. Very slowly moving down. Look at what we've captured on the floor. How awesome is that? It'll definitely be painting for another day when I've perfected the technique. But it's what's on top we're concerned about. So let's move you guys kind of there. You can see what's going on. Next up is the special sauce, which is our unique combination of chemicals, which does some pretty amazing things. Right, so I'm just going to take a moment now to make sure everything is in place where I need it to allow me to do the things that I'm going to do next. Now, where's my plastic spreader gun? Okay, let's just get another one. Oh, thank you, Denise. Loving it so far. That's nice. I'm pleased about that. Zane, good name for the painting, single red line. Actually, I really like that. That is a very good name for the painting. I've just got to see if I can remember it. You all come up with some great titles for the paintings, and then I have to re-watch everything and try and pick out what everybody said. But yeah, that's a good one, Zane. Appreciate that. This is about having some fun with going on to a black canvas. A little bit of some weird things happening up there. That top edge is looking really nice as well. Like the way these are flowing off. No more thinners required now. So the crucial thing is now, where does the special sauce go? Oh goodness me! Right, here we go. Oh, hello, Helena. You've caught the live stream at last. Well, we're very glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. Right, give me a second. Right, I just need to pick out a few lines. That's what I need to do, don't I? Okay, which lines are going to get the sauce treatment? You want me to name a painting Paula, says Paula. What are you like, eh? What are you like? It's all gone to your head now, isn't it?
Nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Ah, you are funny. Okay, right. Sauce time. Here we go. Shall we do it, buddy?
Do it! Just do it!
Right, so I've done the white line. And can we see what's happening? So Laurie's just joined us. Yeah, Laurie, we're, as we said last week, we're an hour ahead this week because our clocks have gone ahead. And that's all right. Thank you for being here. So Ada's going to give you a few zooms now so you can see what's going on. Now the center white one is looking pretty amazing. Check that out. I don't know how that's going to dry. That's looking awesome. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I like that. So if we go to your right hand side, mate, let's see if we can do the blue lime and yellow strip up on this side. You happy with that? Boom. There you go. How about that? That's why we love our special sauce here. Right, one more, I think. Let's do Jason's green, as we're going to call it now. And I'm going to go golden green here, mate, and see what happens. Right, we'll give you a zoom in on that. Oh, I can't wait to show you Rome Cam what's going on here. We're getting reactions with the base coat as well, which I hadn't anticipated. So this is getting very, very interesting now. Yes, indeed. Oh dear. This is all good fun, isn't it? First time we've done a multicolour stripe on a black canvas and also a matte black one as well. Denise, so yeah, I know. No orange this week, Denise. We're going to leave the orange out. Plenty of Wednesdays, yes, to do another one. Right, okay. This is all looking ghosty and ephemeral and just spooky. I love it. Right, let's give you a look. Because you've been very patient. Let's do our TikTokers first. Let's just give you a look. We will come back onto Rome Cam in just a second. For those of you that are here and watching, these are all the cool effects that are going on now. Things are still moving. Things are still happening. And there's some great effects going on there, which is really, really interesting. It is tempting to take it off and put it flat on the floor. But I think we'll let everything flow. Definitely think we'll let everything flow. True, mate. True, yeah. Yeah, but I think it'll lose itself then. Actually, if we look at the bottom is starting to slow down quite substantially now. There isn't the volume of paint coming off, which is great. So this will just be about the general movement across it. But I think that's just nice as it is. Yeah, okay, buddy. You tell me when you are going to go roam camp. Right, let's go have a look down here. It's all kicking off down here. And we've got paint slipping off the edge, but just coming off in the odd drop here and there. There isn't a huge volume coming through. I'm tempting, as I was just saying to Adi, about flattening the table out. But of course, as we go up here, the issue we got with table flattening is we may lose the lines. But I am now seriously considering, now that we actually have a proper look at what's going on. There we go. That one's off on its holidays. Down it goes. Spectacular things look going on here. Almost looks like something's growing or morphing. And as you come down the lines, we are still getting it to move. Even when you think nothing's happening, things are happening. Paint mixing with paint. This is what we love. Look at that outside ghosting on the edge there. And we've got that going on here as well, where we special sourced it. Tempting to put some more on. Let's go around to the yellow and have a little look. So look what's happening up here as we go down the yellow. Ooh, that's nice. Look at that. Letting gravity take the strain. Let's have a look on this side. Now, blue is going very unusual in places. We've definitely got a reaction going on the underside, so there's a lesson for next time, is to let the base coat dry. And that gold, where it's having its reaction because the solvents can't escape from underneath. Very interesting, very interesting. So of course now I've got to decide, do I just put the table flat? I'm going to put the table flat. No. Franco, do we know what the special sauce is? No, never reveal it. Not that it will be any good to you anyway, Franco, because it's only designed to work with these paints. But there's some chemicals in there, two of them I can't even pronounce. But they're special ones that we've isolated to particularly work with the base resin, two of the chemicals that are in them. So, but I don't reveal that. Lisa's looking fabulous. Paul Adams, it's amazing how simple abstract art is. Is that good, Paul? Is that good or bad? Simple as in easy to do, or simple meaning you don't need to overcomplicate things to be effective? Love your feedback there, thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm checking the stream health here. Everything coming from this end is absolutely spot on. I've got a good healthy stream, so there is nothing our end, so I'm not sure whether or not around the world things are going a bit up and down. I don't know.
Right, just plonk that in a little bit for Jason, just saying there's no mixing in the emerald green. Yeah, well, there's not mixing in every single one of the colours. I particularly like the fact that the red is quite unapologetic where it is. That's quite interesting. It is tempting to turn it up the other way, but I think as most of the paint is stabilising, we'll leave as is for now. Rita wants it flat. Well, I don't know. Really don't know whether we should go flat or not without. I don't know if that's actually going to make much difference, to be honest. All we'll get really where the volume of paint is sort of down this third section at the bottom. It's just going to come back on itself and just level out, which actually might mean we lose some of the lineage down here. What I'm more interested in is it this way up, taking the bottom as the top. Not now, but when it's dry. So that could be quite interesting. Right, so Claudia, Singularity, great name, I like that. Emerald is stunning from Time for Art, thank you very much, it's very kind. Abstract can absolutely be simple, but it's something not all can master. Well, yeah, Jackie, we all just do our own thing. There will always be this raging debate about the nature of abstract art, and you can approach it all from completely different viewpoints, and I accept everything that everybody says on the chat, whether it's positive, whether it isn't, but at the end of the day, whether you A, like it or don't like it, B, value the process or not, C, think I'm a charlatan or a genius or any stage in between, will entirely be subjective, and I'm very happy with that. That never bothers me in the slightest. What I get is satisfaction, although it's very stressful, from doing this. Sometimes it works for me personally, and sometimes it doesn't. But that's an entirely personal thing. So what I love doing, though, is creating in front of you guys. I love people watching, I love people getting involved, and I love trying new things, and we're both driven by that. And whether it's something that catches your eye and you think, my goodness me, that is amazing, or whether you think, goodness me, never in 1,000 years would I give you tuppence halfpenny for that, then that's absolutely fine. What is the greatest thing I can say is that, irrespective of what goes on the canvas, is that by being part of the debate and the conversation, you're joining AD and I every week on this life journey, and that's what it is. If you only ever watch this once, the important thing is you're part of this, and you've been part of the evening and part of the creation, especially if you've had feedback in the chat, got involved with us. I like to think there's a bit of everyone in what we're doing, because everything is shaped and everything is connected. So however you value something by Paul Klee or Claude Monet or Jackson Pollock or anyone who does anything remotely abstract or where you have to work at it, we'll all have our own opinions on it. I think that is fantastic. So whatever they are, as long as they're not derogatory or insulting, then it's brilliant. We can all share those. So yeah, there you go. Go on then, mate.
Hi, Paul. Paul Adams. Yeah, ride a bike through a pile of paint, cycle over a large canvas, and hey presto, it's art. Well, actually, if you want to go and see a guy called Pop Bang Colour, he did a few things for Nike, several other people, high end, and makes a very good living from it. And he uses motorcycle tires, car tires, the toy tires, and yeah, he's called Pop Bang Colour. So maybe you want to go and have a look at him, because he does use tires. We don't.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, people use all kinds of tools. What you determine as art is entirely subjective. All I'd say is you know, just to back up what AD said, and I've done this right since day one. For anybody who would like to come and have a go, you're more than welcome, and we'll sit out on the cameras and put you live over on YouTube, and you'll be very, very welcome. And I don't mean that, you know, in any other way than a genuine way. I'd love for someone to put all the gear on and sweat it out for an hour doing a live broadcast, and talk through what they're doing with these unwielding, vile to work with, difficult paints. So yeah, by all means, you want to do that, you know, your address is at the bottom of the website. Book a date, come do it. It'd be absolutely awesome. I'd love that. Anywho, right, there we go. Let's get the gloves off.
I'm sorry, Paul. Product placement? No, he's just a friend. Pop Bang Colour's a friend. What do you mean by product placement? Sorry, I don't understand. What's saying a friend of ours that uses tyres to make art? And I certainly don't like Nike. I hate them.
Right, okay, let's give you one final look at Roam Cam. I'm going to leave that there. Right, let's have a look on Roam Cam, buddy. Just one final little look. Lots of interesting things happening with the gold. Yeah, it's really starting to percolate through the black. We're getting lots of reactions with all the paints. Still going to keep changing now as it dries. But yeah, that's definitely got some impact from back here. It'll be interesting to see when that is dry, quite how that looks. That could look rather interesting. Doesn't mean to say we're going to use the entirety of it. Might start to trim it. There might be a segment that might go around the frame, but I think that's definitely a candidate for for going around a frame. It's something I rather like that. So I'm calling that a win for today. Absolutely. There we go on the black background. Remember, guys, we are going to be doing this, which is the... Actually, I'll tell you what I will do. Yeah, can you see it on quarter camera? Shall I go on to Rome, buddy? Yeah. So I'm going to be recording a video with this one in it, which is going to be quite interesting. And we may, I say may, be using a brand new piece of equipment. Not entirely sure yet, but this is going to be completely transformed.
I've been tinkering, so I've made something. I've made another thing, haven't I?
You have definitely made a thing, buddy. Yes. Right. Oh, parish cells. What would be interesting is if under the table there were points that could vibrate spots to generate a sort of splash effect. Interesting. We'll have to task Ada with creating a vibrating machine, won't we? Well, we did try that with sound actually, and a subwoofers, which was quite an interesting experiment. So yes, thank you for the comment. We're always looking for lots of different things to do. Right, okay, folks, I am going to call it for one night. That's it. We're going to be very, very excited to do some close-up photos and a video for our patrons. Our patrons get to see this before everybody else. And if you would like to know more about how to become a patron, then just head over to patreon.com/SuarezArt. And then you can find that in the link in the description. And we'll also pop one into the messages as well on the replay for when you're watching this. And each one of our patrons will, well, pretty much all of them will qualify for one of our unique set of 102 painted Suarez tiles, never to be done ever again. They're a unique collector's item, and if you would like to find out how you can play yours, head over to patreon.com/SuarezArt. And of course, remember, by joining us over there, you will get exclusive access to all our updates, and you'll also get discounts on all our amazing merch. What is that, I hear you say? Yes, you can enjoy Suarez in the everyday. So we do everything from phone covers and pillows and cushion covers and drinks coasters and playing cards and t-shirts and sportswear and drinks bottles and all kinds of things, and of course footwear, our best-selling products. And what wouldn't life be without a little bit of uniqueness being worn on your feet or stick your head on late at night? There's over 250 products available at SuarezLifestyle.com. Showing on the screen now for you to have a little look at. There we go. I'll point my fingers up to it. Go treat yourselves, have a little look. There's plenty of really cool things up there, guys. And that will be amazing. Go treat yourself. Life's short. Too short. Amazing. Right, there we go. There we go, folks. That is it for another live stream broadcast. If you did manage to join us and with the extra hour added on for British summertime, well done you. And if you were late to the fold, don't worry about it. You know what time to join us next week when we're coming back again with another painting, 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday. We can't wait to see you there. We do hope you can all join us, whatever your opinions are, and let's create something magical once more. Thank you very much to my colleague out in control, pressing all the buttons and bringing you this broadcast. We are now going to spend a little bit of time clearing up and taking some photos, and we hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you can have a great rest of evening, a fantastic weekend and week ahead. We very much look forward to seeing you next time. That's it for now, folks. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you very soon. Good evening. Yes, I have, mate.